across Asia. Enterprising young minds are churning out bigger and better ideas every day. We want to be at the forefront with these trendy tastemakers, to know exactly what these creative entrepreneurs have up their sleeves, and more importantly, to find out, are they worth all the hype?
Welcome to amazing India, land of holy rivers, sacred temples, and spiritual journeys. But I'm not here seeking divine intervention, but rather I'm here to live the life of India's savvy young generation. Hi, I'm Nikki Mueller. Join us as we go trend spotting across India.
India is a country deeply steeped in tradition and culture. Here, age-old rituals are still practiced and ancient customs are highly valued. But as India's economy continues to develop, the younger generation is opting to lead more modern and extravagant lives in every possible way. Weddings especially have become costly affairs. In fact, the wedding industry in India is estimated to be worth an eye-popping $11 billion US, as India's well-traveled, open-minded and experimental younger generation is looking for modern ways to celebrate their big day.
I think a lot of people in this city, they're looking for new ideas, new concepts, new places. I mean, I think, there's the whole purpose beyond trying to build a concept restaurant, unlike most of the regular places that are running.
Taking to heart the changing tastes and busy lifestyle of the younger generation, Zuzur Lakhnowala wanted to create a themed restaurant that would ease the hassle of planning a wedding. Zuzur decided to start up this restaurant called the Wedding Cafe and Lounge. Here, guests can conveniently enjoy a meal while at the same time browsing through various wedding offerings, including a collection of bridal gowns at the gallery. In keeping with the restaurant's contemporary feel, the menu here consists mostly of fusion fare.
We always wanted to open a restaurant which would have a theme to it, not just theme in terms of the ambience, but theme even in terms of the complete concept. There are wedding cafes all over the world, but on a very smaller scale, They sell gowns and they sell just tea, coffee and stuff. But we thought we'll take it to another level here.
And took it to another level he did by adding an extremely important service, in-house wedding planners. Today, 25-year-old bride Rajini is meeting with Vishal and Vanita, the wedding planners who will be helping her with her upcoming nuptials.
Yes, so the Bharat will have to start from 12:30 to 1:30 maybe.
No,
Yes.
it should be done. In fact, by 1:30.
12:30 they should start.
Yeah.
I am getting married really soon. There is no one really to help me out, meaning my parents are a little busy. So I asked my cousin and he referred me to this place. And the experience has been really nice.
The first of its kind in India, the Wedding Cafe and Lounge simplifies the planning process for couples who would otherwise need to approach various vendors separately.
People used to earlier source out individual vendors for example, like, for a decor, for a musician, for any performance, for makeup, things like that, for a wedding. So keeping these things in mind, what has happened is people have started realizing, like, okay, to have all these things done, we need one person or one company, an organization who could look into practically everything. That's when our role comes in as a wedding planner.
In terms of the process of what can be done, right from the invitation card, which is the first process, to the venue, to the wedding services, to clothes, makeup, food, everything, A to Z, everything can be done under one roof here.
To ensure that their clients only get the very best, the Wedding Cafe and Lounge ties up with numerous premium vendors, such as jewelry designers and even classical musicians, whom I got a chance to visit. Now I'm at Dance Sport India, where I meet the choreographers who will be performing an energetic Bollywood number at an upcoming wedding celebration. I almost wanted to join in, but thought it best to leave it to the pros. I found out that it's not just these fast-paced moves that they choreograph, but they also customize dances for all members of the family.
So the piece you just performed, is that just for the bride and the groom?
Usually youngsters can do it, but when we teach the oldies, the grandparents, we have a different song, like a slower song, and the choreography is much slower because everybody in the family wants to dance. And from the grandparents to the children, everybody wants to dance in the marriage function.
Indeed, marriage ceremonies are an integral part of India's social fabric. Families don't mind shelling out big bucks for this special day, and vendors in this profitable market need a way to stand out.
Decision to tie up the Wedding Cafe and Lounge was because, the trend of a one-stop shop where today everyone wants to very conveniently have one place where they can get their clothes, the jewelry and everything done. I think it was a good idea. And they approached us saying that they wanted to tie up with a premium brand for hair and makeup and any other services that a bride might require before her tea day. So we decided that it made good business sense to be with them.
Teaming up with the Wedding Cafe may be favorable for the vendors, but ultimately, it is the couples that really benefit.
Reversible. A completely different pattern in the back. That's value for money.
Yes.
For Rajini, choosing the Wedding Cafe and Lounge has been very useful.
It's just gone from here to here, I did not think I would get this much help with everything, especially when I'm doing it all by myself, and it's just been a boon for me.
The success of this enterprise is reflected in the numbers. On average, almost 600 couples visit the Wedding Cafe and Lounge monthly and engage their wedding management services. This has prompted Zuzer to think about expanding his business.
The future plans for the Wedding Cafe and Lounge is to 12 new places to open in the next 24 months. We're looking at mainly all over India.
The wedding industry in India presents ample opportunity for would-be entrepreneurs to make their mark. The Wedding Cafe certainly caters to this growing demand for convenience in the daily lives of people here in India. The all-in-one wedding solution might just be able to stand the test of time in this evergreen industry.
With the Wedding Cafe and Lounge, soon-to-be married couples can enjoy a hassle-free lead-up to their special day. But these days, it's not just weddings that are being simplified. Coming up, I set out on an instant vacation.
India is booming, and an increasingly affluent younger generation is emerging. Young Indians now want greater convenience in their lives. The mad rush of modernity has led India down a path of instant solutions. Instant coffee, instant noodles, maybe even an instant vacation. Hi, Freddie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Nikki. Good
Hi,
to meet
Nikki.
you.
Good to meet you. How are
Thanks
you?
for your time today.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
For frazzled professionals, vacations are a boon. However, booking a holiday can be complicated with the various offers by travel agents and the countless numbers of online deals. But the innovative minds at SOTC India have found a way to simplify this process and allow people to just pick up their holidays off a shelf, quite literally. With busy working adults and young families in mind, SOTC India created Box Holidays.
Box Holidays is a concept where we've taken destinations which are very close from the main metro cities, packaged it in a box where a person can walk into a retail store, pick it off the shelf, and he doesn't have to travel immediately. He can decide as and when he wants to travel.
However, in this age of the internet, holidays can easily be booked online with a few simple clicks. So it begs the question, would a customer really benefit all that much from Box Holidays?
So all he has to do is the convenience of picking up a box, calling us, and then we do everything else for him. And that's the difference. In online, he has to do his own research, he has to do his own booking, he has to make sure he reaches the place himself.
Since its debut in 2010, Box Holidays has been available for sale in select department stores across India. One of their strategic alliances is with Globus, a chain of shopping malls with 148 outlets across 80 cities in India. A one-stop mall, frequented by well-heeled young families and working adults, it is a prime place for Box Holidays to be sold.
This looks like a bookshelf, and there are rows and rows of boxes, and they're stacked according to destination. So let's see, for domestic travel, there's several options, including some exotic places I've actually never heard of before, like Coorg, Corbett, Manali, and Chiplun. And finally, something I actually do recognize, Goa. And this package here is for 2 people, and it sells for about exactly 9,999 rupees,
which is about $186 US.
And they also have a range of international destinations, such as Thailand and Dubai.
Customers can spend time browsing through the various boxes before purchasing the holiday they want. Inside the box, there is a voucher code that will allow you to book the air tickets and accommodation. You will also find other various important information.
If you open this box, you will find quite a few things inside. These are vouchers for all the complimentaries that we give. This is a visa information, how you should apply for visa. In addition to that, this is a quick start guide. This is about how you should register for a holiday, how you can book this holiday. All the information is given on this quick start guide. This is a destination information guide. So this is a little bit of information about Mauritius, their temperature, what you should see in Mauritius. All that is covered in this.
Once someone purchases a boxed holiday, what's the process that they have to go through after?
Okay, there is a voucher inside the box, and each box has a unique voucher code. This is a very important code that you can see on this holiday voucher. While confirming your holiday, you will have to punch in this number on our website, or you have to give it to our representative over phone. This is a code which you have to keep with you to book your holiday.
Now, all you have to do is pack your bags. This convenience is attractive to young urbanites like Deval and Cassandra. They are keen travelers who enjoy taking weekend trips. Both of them are accountants in their early 30s and belong to Box Holidays' growing base of repeat buyers.
We are looking for a holiday which is much more time, like we didn't want to go and spend your time in travel agent, as I said. So these are much more convenient, and it was closer to our house, so we went to Globus where we had this SOTC Box Holidays. So it is much more a hassle-free thing to go for.
Right, you can even use it as a gifting option.
Box Holidays has been quite a hit with young working couples because convenience is not a luxury but a necessity in their hectic lives.
We normally get home late at around 9 p.m. every day. We're working throughout the week. So by the time we're home in the night, most things are shut. Over the weekend, we prefer spending time with family.
With the popularity of Box Holidays, it seems that the demand for convenience is increasing steadily. For the team at SOTC India, the natural progression is to expand their brand.
The future plans would be definitely to increase distribution, find a way to take it to the masses. We want Box Holidays to be able to be got at any corner.
As busy urbanites seek convenience in every aspect of their lives, Box Holidays has pioneered a concept that not only addresses the needs of their target audience, but that could possibly reinvent how the travel industry works.
India is modernizing at breakneck speed. As Indians embrace a new way of life, tradition has fallen by the wayside. But some die-hard culture lovers are refusing to let their heritage fade away.
People are becoming very westernized, and they are forgetting Indian tradition. We don't want this to happen.
We find out what kind of reinvention is needed to keep tradition alive.
This is one another reversible saree, and the unique thing is
The 2-in-1.
a 2-in-1, yeah.
So that must be very economical for women, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Modernity is sweeping across all aspects of life in India, from food to fashion. Fashion in particular is changing rapidly. These days, young women prefer the Hollywood sleek styles rather than the opulent saris of Bollywood.
This increasing demand for non-Indian fashion has had a negative impact on India's sari industry. Renowned sari shop RMKV Silks has also felt the pinch. In order to combat this problem, they decided to inject some wow factor into their range and create the very unique reversible sari. While most saris can only be worn one way, the reversible sari is specially designed so that it can be worn in 4 different distinct ways.
This is one another reversible sari, and the unique thing is we have different sari color. That is one is this, entirely different. And the border is also 2 different borders. So this is actually thread border, and this is jari, and completely the design is also different. So this is one border and this is one border. So they can wear like reversible. That is the concept, right?
So the 2-in-1.
A 2-in-1, yeah.
So that must be very economical for women, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Curious to know how these beautiful saris are made, I traveled to a traditional handloom workshop 3 hours away from the city center. Here, I observe as weavers continuously ply the looms. Watching them, it is easy to understand why the reversible sari is such an economical option for young Indian women, since one regular hand-woven silk sari can cost as much as $1,200 US. However, the innovative design and the attention to details also mean that making each sari is a painstaking process.
And you get 4 different pallus also in this sari. This is number 1. This whole portion is called pallu. This is the 3rd one.
The reversible silk sari is a sari where 2 colors basically. One is a traditional color on one side and the other is the contemporary color on the other side. And which has got 4 borders and 4 pallus so that the wearer can wear it in 4 ways.
The sari may look deceptively like a simple piece of embroidered cloth. However, plenty of dedicated craftsmanship goes into making just one sari.
It feels very regal, and it looks it too. If you were to estimate how many hours it took to make this one sari that I'm wearing right now, what would you say?
Actually, this is the grand reversible, and we can use it for wedding also. So it takes 1 month to weave the sari. It's all handloom, right? So it takes 1 month to weave the sari.
Usually in a sari, if you look, the body of the color is separate and the border of the color is separate. There will be about 5,000 yarns in the body and about 1,000-1,500 yarns in the border.
RMKV wants to protect the art of sari making as well as the thousands of craftsmen in the sari industry. To reignite the interest in Indian culture, they came up with the reversible sari, which is unique and more value for money.
The reason why we want younger ones to buy silk saris is that we need to keep the interest of the weavers in mind and protect them.
It is evident that RMKV has channeled a lot of resources into creating a unique sari that would be a hit with Indian women. But at the heart of their efforts was a bid to revive the importance of the sari and retain its heritage.
It's very important for the younger generation to wear traditional clothes, to keep our traditions going, traditions and culture. It's a belief in India that a lot of young people will look good on saris. It's one of the reasons people also believe that during wedding, especially on an auspicious day or a wedding day, they wear traditional dresses.
While being mindful of retaining tradition, RMKV also wanted to ensure that they were keeping up with the times. To this end, they wanted to revive children's interest in Indian customs and clothes. Thus, they created a range of traditional girls' wear woven with fairy tale characters. It seems that so far, RMKV has succeeded in trying to ignite a newfound enthusiasm for tradition among the younger generation, whether with fairy tales or with the elegant reversible sari.
The response for the reversible sari is superb. So when we introduced the reversible silk saree, a lot of brides wanted to have that saree for the marriage.
Innovation is crucial for RMKV because it allows them to stand out in an already saturated market.
RMKV is keen on innovation because when we have plans to come to Chennai, we asked ourselves one question: why people should come to RMKV to buy a saree? Then we realized unless we have a differentiated product, a unique product, there is no need for people to come to us. Already big players are there in the market. So the key is to differentiate from the rest.
Working to stand out from competitors is always an important business strategy. But beyond that, RMKV has created a reputation for itself by reviving an age-old tradition and giving it a new spin, keeping them relevant in these modern times.
India has been such a fascinating paradox. These enterprising minds have certainly found a way to create a niche for themselves in this city of the old and the new.
As India continues developing into a modern metropolis, it's clear that Indians are becoming more savvy and more in touch with the latest trends. Whether it's keeping up with the younger generation, making life more convenient, or rejuvenating an age-old tradition, businesses in India have found a way to cash in on the country's progressing social landscape.
If India has taught us anything, it's that there's more to her than just the Taj Mahal or the Ganges River. In this land of 1 billion entrepreneurs, they're churning out some very creative businesses every day. And I think we may have just caught a small glimpse of what's to come. So join us as we continue trend spotting across Asia.